As Native American people, we know how important it is to get in touch with our roots. And what better way to do that than by planting a vegetable garden, the way our ancestors once did? Planting your own garden can be a very rewarding experience, from spending time outdoors to enjoying the fruit of your labor with friends and family. But a successful garden takes careful planning and preparation. Here are 7 tips to help you get started with your garden this year. Number 1, do your research. Spend some time learning about the vegetables you'd like to grow, what kind of yields they provide, and how much space each plant will need in your plot. A great place to start is by getting advice from an experienced gardening friend or family member. You can also find several great resources online with a simple search on your browser. Taking the time to read about gardening will ultimately pay dividends in your time commitment, your pocketbook, and most importantly, your beautiful vegetable harvest. Number 2, select quality seeds. Make sure you select high-quality seeds, as they have a higher chance of germinating and thriving. There's nothing more boring than watching a seed that doesn't do anything. Planting high-quality seeds will ultimately save you both time and money in the long run. You can even reuse the seeds from the harvest in the following seasons. Tip number 3, pick a good location. It's important that your garden location have access to lots of sunlight, at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day. A good-sized beginner garden plot is about 16 by 10 feet and can feed a family of 4 for one summer. Extra veggies can always be canned or given away, but it's better to start small. Tip number 4, prepare your plot. You'll want to loosen the soil before you begin planting. Tilling by hand is a great way to get your daily exercise. Just make sure to stay hydrated along the way. Once you've finished tilling, add in a layer of compost to enrich your future vegetables with much-needed nutrients. Which brings us to tip number 5, test the soil for consistency. An easy way to test your soil is by soaking it with a hose, waiting a day, followed by digging up a handful and squeezing it hard in your hand. Ideally, you want the soil to form a ball that breaks into crumbs like chocolate cake when you poke it. Soil balls that stream out water when squeezed are too sandy or have too much clay, usually require more compost. Adjust accordingly and repeat the process until it's just right. Allow the soil to rest a few days before planting. Tip number 6, plant your seeds properly. Each seed has its own special needs for how deep and how far apart they should be planted, according to the instructions on the packet. Keep in mind that certain vegetables will provide continuous yields while others produce only once. You may want to plant more or less seeds for each vegetable, depending on your needs. And last but not least, maintain your garden. Most vegetables need about an inch of water per week, which you'll need to provide if Mother Nature fails to come through. Weeding your garden is yet another way to get great exercise while making sure your plants aren't competing with weeds for water or nutrients. Be sure to give your garden lots of love and attention, and it will be sure to give it back to you tenfold come harvest time. Gardening is a wonderful way to experience the outdoors, get regular exercise, as well as providing our families with delicious, healthy meals. Let's honor our ancestors by learning how to garden in their name. After all, the health of our people is in our hands.